Hello world, it's your girl Bambi back at it again. Today we popping cherries. No, now I just got my little cherry outfit, so you know I'm feeling myself right now. But today's topic is gonna be first of all, let me give credit where credit is due. I actually got my idea off of a live that I went on my dating site, and it was just random question that guys were asking me, and I was like, I should make a whole video on this. So here goes a video. So the video is actually going to be based on my worst date, my best date, and my most embarrassing moment. So this should be like a short video. It shouldn't be too long, but it was such a good story and it went over so good yesterday that I was like, you know what? Let me just try it on my videos and see how it'll do. Regardless, it's just a way for you to get to know me a little bit better if you're interested, right? So we're gonna start off with the worst date. Where do I start? So I'm a pretty like simple person. I like the little things in life. Like I like to take walks. I like to um I don't know. I would just say like I like to keep things very simple. I don't like extra extravagant things, especially like on the first date, right? So this guy picks me up, we go to the beach and we take a walk. Perfect date for me, right? We're walking, and the whole time he's talking about himself. And so after probably about walking for like maybe half an hour, 45 minutes, we go back to his car. And while we're in his car, he throws on some slow jams. Now, if you know me, I'm not really like a slow jam type of person, R&B type of person. I'm not saying I never listen to it, but that's just not really like my style. So I'm already like, oh my God. But whatever, right? I guess he's trying to set the mood. So then he goes, oh, I really want to kiss you. And I'm like, oh, goodness. Like, I really don't want to kiss you. Because once you kiss me, then you're going to try to put your hands in different places. You're going to see what I'll let you get away with. And I really don't want to go through that. And he was like, no, that's not what I'm trying to do. On cue, no lie. The song that's playing says something to the extent of, oh, let's kiss and see where we could take this. So see how far we could go. And I'm like, see, even the radio's fucking agreeing with me. Anywho. So we laugh, we giggle, ha ha ha. Then he grabs my hand. He's like, you know what's missing from here? And I'm like, what? He's like, a ring. Ugh. And I'm thinking, like, that's never happened to me. But now I understand when men be like, oh, women bring up marriage too soon. Like, yeah, no, such a turn off. That's like, you don't know me from a hole in the wall. Mind you, date one. Date one. It's not like date two, three. Like, he don't know me. He don't know me like that. So, anywho, he proceeds to be like, oh, this is going great. And, like, we're great. So we're going to be together eventually, basically. So you know what you should do? You should take that picture down that you just posted. Excusez-moi? Yeah, no. I remember just like sitting back as far as I could. And I looked at him and I let out the biggest laugh. Like, boy, first of all, right? Yeah, no, I'm not taking that picture down. Like, you thought wrong. Please take me home. That was it. That's the end of the story for that one. I don't need a big ass story. I just know that that was the worst day for me. Number one, super selfish, super about himself. And I don't even mind like listening because I'm a good listener. But boy, you didn't even hear anything about me. The whole time we were walking, you were talking about yourself. So much so that you didn't even notice that I really wasn't even talking. Then we get in the car. I pull your card before you try to pull a fast one on me and try to fill up on me, right? Then you talk about marriage, which is just like red flag. And then you fucking talk about take a picture down that I just posted. Red flag number two, that was enough for me to run away. That was the worst date, right? So now things get interesting because this will be my best date. Again, like I said, I'm super simple. I like to keep it simple when I go out on dates. So I go out on this date and we go to a bar. The first guy I met on social media. The second guy, I knew him from like growing up. We kind of grew up in the same street. So, you know, he wanted to take me out. I finally said yes. So we go out, we go to this little bar and, we're having drinks, we're eating. And kind of like in the beginning of the date, he asks the waitress for two pieces of paper and two pencils or two pens or something like that. And this was his idea, mind you. He goes, throughout the date, let's write little notes. Like it could be good, it could be bad, it doesn't matter. But at the end of the date, we'll switch the notes and we'll read to each other what each other wrote. So, things are happening. We're talking, we're vibing, shit will happen. I'd be like, hold on, write that shit down. You know what I'm saying? He'll stop and be like, hold on, write shit down. So at the end of it, we actually like switched our notes and we got to read it. And to me, that was the best date because it was simple, because we just sat there and got to know each other and we talked, and because of the note. It was so creative, it was so original, but like cute, So just to prove it to you guys, which I really don't have to, but just to prove it to you guys, I actually still have it because little shit like this just means so much to me, right? And I try to get his permission to see if he'd be okay with me sharing this shit, but his ass didn't answer, so I'm gonna just put this shit out there, right? So I guess he numbered his. I didn't number mine. I just wrote a bunch of shit. And he said he lost the one that I had given him, but I didn't lose mine. I still kept mine. So he goes, goddamn that ass. Beautiful family, down to earth, fucking sexy, nice smile, love your spontaneous behavior. By the way, I love eating pussy. You're going with me to the movies. He said I was being nosy, I guess. And he said I said no too many times. Oh, it's front and back too. He said she thinks she's funnier than me. I definitely am. He doesn't like my jokes. Corny joke number 3. I don't know what that was about. Body is hot. He said my feet smell good. I think what happened was that I think I had shoes on and my feet were hurting and I took my shoes off. And he was like, oh, put your foot on top of me. And I kind of did. And he was like rubbing my feet. And I was like, stop doing that. Like, my feet probably stink. And I think he smelled it. And he was like, no, your feet smell good. And I was like, oh, don't do that. That's just the backstory on that. And he said he had a good time. And then he proceeds to kind of draw a picture. I think that's of someone eating someone else. I don't know if you can see that. Can you see that? And he says, can't wait. So I guess there's supposed to be the pussy and there's supposed to be the tongue. And yeah, so that was that. It was cute. It was funny. I still have it. It's very memorable. So yes, that was my best date. My runner-up to best date was the gun range. But I don't know if you would consider it a date because according to him, it wasn't dating. So it was just the gun range. But I thought it was really nice. We went to have breakfast beforehand and then we went to the gun range, which was different. And I love that, So that was my runner-up. I just had to mention that one. Now for my most embarrassing moment. Oh my God, please don't judge me. But fuck it, judge me. I really don't give a fuck, right? So if you don't already know, I'm horny as fuck all the fucking time, right? Like, I just have issues. It's just what it is, right? As most of us are. I'm just the type to admit it. So this one particular day, mind you, I have a boyfriend, right? This one particular day, I have my period. So clearly I can't fuck like that. I think it was probably like, I don't know what day period it was, but regardless, I had my period. So my boyfriend's like in the room and I go to the bathroom and I'm like, I want to bust a nut. So I take my phone and I take my vibrator to the bathroom. I don't tell him this. I just, I did it by myself. So I'm in the bathroom. I'm doing my thing and, shower's going, whatever. And I'm thinking to myself, like, I really need to chill because my phone's going to end up fucking falling and I don't want to fuck my phone up. Yeah, that's not what fell. My fucking vibrator fell, right? And the way my tub is set up, or at least was set up, the drain was like, there was nothing stopping the drain. It was just a hole into the abyss, right? So my fucking vibrator falls. Mind you, it's on, so it does all this flipping and flopping and into the drain. And I'm like, oh my God. So I tried to take it out of the drain, and when I did that, I pushed it further in. Mind you, I said it was on, right? So it is vibrating. I mean, loud. It's loud. It's and it's almost like echoing because it's in the pipe. At this point, I'm dying. I am laughing like, oh my God, I cannot believe this is actually happening to me. But like, I'm not surprised, but it's actually happening to me. But I'm like, nah, I gotta go out here and fucking explain this shit because it's just fucking loud. So I get out and, with my head down and shit, and I'm looking at my ex and I'm like, so, your girl got issues, right? He's like, yeah, what happened? I'm like, yeah, so my vibrator fell down the fucking the tub. He's like, what? I'm like, yeah. He's like, I was wondering what the hell that noise was. I was was like, yes, that's the vibrator. And I can't shut it off because it went all the way down there. So now, daughter comes out the room. She's like, Mommy, what's that? I'm like, oh, they're doing construction in the bottom of the house. That's what that noise is. Oh, yeah, no, the story keeps going. So I call my mom and I'm telling my mom, because my mom's like my plumber, right? Like anytime I have an issue, before I call the maintenance or the landlord, I call my mom. So my mom's like, what, Belinda? I'm like, yeah, that happened, right? So my mom comes. Mind you, it's finally stopped vibrating, right? It's a really strong vibrator. So it was on for a minute, but it finally stopped vibrating. And my mom comes over and she tries to take it out. But as she tried to take it out, she actually managed to turn it back on. So it starts vibrating again. And it's just going, and my daughter's like, what? And I'm like, oh, they must have came back and they're doing construction again. But it's stopping up the tub. So now I have to call other people. So I got to call the landlord. I got to call maintenance. And I'm trying to keep it light, like, oh, I got something stuck in the drain. I need someone to come out. And so the landlord's like, all right, I'm going to send maintenance out. Maintenance comes out and he's like, oh, so what happened? So I'm like, I got to tell the maintenance guy because clearly he about to see this shit. So I explained it to him. I said, listen, my vibrator fell down the fucking, fell in the tub and it went down the pipe. And yeah, I can't get it out. He goes, okay. He's like, don't worry, I'm going to go down and get it. He goes down, he gets it. He comes back up. He has it in a little plastic bag. And he proceeds to tell me a story of something that happened to him, I guess, doing maintenance in someone else's house. I guess to try to make me feel better. It made me feel better, but regardless. So I'm like, thank you. I really appreciate it. And I'm just like thinking, like, what the hell this man must be thinking right now? So as he's leaving, he turns around and he's like, we all get lonely sometimes. If you need anything, you could just call me. I am fucking dying. Like, oh my God. Did my maintenance man just offer me some dick? I think he did. So yeah, just to show proof, even though I don't have to, where's it at? When I tell you I'm not lying, do you see my shit beat the fuck up? Okay, I do not use it. I have since bought a new vibrator, but this is actually a really, really good fucking vibrator. It actually still works, but I do not use it. I just keep it for memories now. So yeah, and yes, I have sanitized it. I bleached it out. Clearly it was in the drain. So yes, I did clean it all out, but I just had to keep it for memories because I do stupid ass shit like that. And sometimes I'm kind of a hoarder and I kind of keep little shit that really doesn't mean to, but I guess for moments like this, right? But that's my story for today. That is my worst date, my best date, and my most embarrassing moments. Mind you, I do not get embarrassed very easily, but that one was just like, I was like, damn, my man's about to think I am a freakazoid. Like, girl, you couldn't wait a couple days. Like, no, I needed to let it out. But that is my story. I hope you enjoyed. If you like anything, or if you have your own stories, one of your worst dates, your best dates, or one of your most embarrassing stories, please leave it in the comment below. Message me. Please like, share, subscribe. Thank you. Till next time.